There. One more minute. Oh, wait a second. My mic was far away from me. There, that should sound better. All right, so we're going to do some neck this evening. All right, Mary's on. Mary, we're starting in easy pose in about 1 minute. So if you want to set up for easy pose, seated pose.
Thank you, Laura.
You're welcome. All right, I better talk there so I can get back on. Oh, you reminded me. I'll mute everyone.
Yeah.
You even came on with a whisper. Okay, let's see. Mute all. Mute all, and you can unmute yourselves if you want. Okay. All right, it is 5:30. You know, I just want to say, okay, good, we're recording. Before we begin, that when I'm in California, January, February, and March, I'm still going to offer this live stream, and it will be on the same day. It's going to be on Thursdays. I'm not going to switch to Tuesdays. So just an FYI. And then Dale will be doing the in-person classes at Brookview. All right, everyone, seated pose. All right, most of you have been here for a while, so groin is probably open already, inner thighs released, or as much as your body will let you. All right, now let's talk about alignment. So just take a look at your hips, where your hips are, to the side. And try to get your elbows and your shoulders right over your hips. So you've got these two lines at the side of your body that are matched. Shoulders, elbows, and wrists. Excuse me. Shoulders, elbows, and hips. All right. Now, pull your navel back. Feel a lifting at the center of your chest and the heart. You may feel that in the upper back, kind of pressing forward. Now drop your shoulders. Take your chin slightly to your chest. Place your chin on the top of a tabletop right there in front of you, and slide your chin back on that tabletop. Feel the back of your neck open. Take your right ear to your right shoulder. We're starting with neck right away, Michelle. Oh yeah, keep it there, and breathe. Full breaths, feel your belly move forward and draw back. Now listen up, keep your head right where it's at. Just release your left hand from your leg, and just allow those fingertips to touch the floor, wherever. Okay, drop that ear a little closer to the shoulder. Okay, now lift the left arm just a little bit, not as high as the shoulder. Turn the palm back, right ear is still toward the shoulder. Draw that arm back. And then take your fingertips behind you. Drop the head even deeper to the right. Just making more space for the left neck muscles. Okay, keep your head right where it's at. Take your left palm to your leg again. Okay, now slowly turn your chin toward the ceiling, slowly, and see if you can find any tender spots in the neck. And if you find one, stay there and drop the head there. Unlock your jaw. And then once you get that area of tension, you might want to turn the head some more. Again, unlock your jaw. Now keep your head where it's at in terms of sideways, ear toward the shoulder. Now take the chin down toward your chest. Down toward your chest. This may go into the upper back for you. Oh, yeah. It is for me. Deep breaths. Let the body relax into it. Now turn the head so it's facing forward and bring the head back up. Drop both shoulders, lift the heart. Take your chin on top of that tabletop, slide it back. Left ear drops down to the left shoulder. Waking up the right side of the neck, stretching those muscles. Unlock your jaw. You can open your mouth here. Deep belly breaths here. Release the right hand. Let the right fingertips just fall to the ground. Get used to that position with the arm. Let the arm be heavy. You may be able to take that ear a little closer now. Make sure you're not scrunching in your inner thighs. Release them. Now just float that right arm up a little bit. Rotate the palm so it's facing behind you. Bring the arm behind you. Turn the palm toward the ground and let the fingertips drop again. Drop the ear closer. We're just kind of getting little different areas of the neck here. Okay, now roll the chin toward the left shoulder. Look for any hot spots there. If you have one, stop and breathe into it. So this is your practice. Just go with this where you want. Just searching for areas of the neck that need release. And now slowly chin toward your chest. See how that feels. Again, you may get it into the upper back. I did on the other side, not on this side. Okay, your experience, just to feel it, be with it. Now take the head to center, take the right hand back. Okay, straighten out that spine, drop the shoulders, neck feels already better. Bring the arms up, palms facing each other. Intertwine your fingers overhead. Bend your elbows. Nestle the base of your skull into your palms. Draw your elbows back. There's a nice chest opener. Draw the navel back. Press that energy down towards your sitting bones. Press the elbows back some more. Now listen up. The bottoms of your palms, the heels of your palms, right here, right here. I want you to press those, really work those into the base of your skull. Okay, press them deeply into the base of your skull and now lift them toward the ceiling as you lift the base of your skull. It won't be much of a movement. Okay, now release that pressing and take your head forward. Feel the neck curl forward. Now drop the elbows toward the ground. Let the arms be heavy. Breathe here deeply. And straighten it up. Take the elbows out. Press the heels of your palms into the base of your skull. Lift up and look up slightly. Lift up, lift up. Okay, now as you straighten your head, push up into the base of the skull with your palms. Nice. Make some more space back there. Release the arms to the sides. Take your right hand into the side of your mat. Bring your left arm over. Take it to the inside. of your legs, closer to your right than the left. Draw your navel back and then turn your belly button to the right. We're going to start rotating the spine right here. Yeah, bring it out, bring it out. Stay here with the torso. Just take your left hand to the top of your right thigh. Draw that left elbow in close to you. Lift from the heart. Take your right fingertips behind you. And as you press into that palm, twist some more. Now breathe deeply here. Just feel like you're wringing out a dish rag, like you're just wringing it out. Get everything out. Yes, so good for your spine and your spinal cord, the nerves, right? That's your super highway for the nervous system, your back. All right, come back to center here. Take the left fingertips to the side. Take the right fingertips to center, but a little more to the left. Draw your navel back, lift your heart a little bit, and then begin to turn your navel toward the left. There we go. Feel that. Stay here with the torso. Take your right hand to the top of your left thigh, Draw your right elbow in. Take the left fingertips behind you. Press the right palm into that leg to get more stretch, more twist, more release. Now add a deep belly breath right here. Really draw the navel back on your exhale. Push the navel forward on your inhale. Now take it back to center. Okay, left leg comes forward, right sole of the foot to the inner thigh. Check out your left leg, make sure it's coming straight out of that hip. We got to have the architecture right here. Now, press that right knee toward the ground, a little more, feeling it in the right hip, probably the right glutes. Flex your left heel, and then begin to walk forward over that straight leg. So spine as straight as possible and as long as possible. But then when keeping the straight spine gets in the way, melt into this. Just drop your forehead, soften your back. It can curve. Press that right knee toward the ground. Notice the right opening in the hip and the lower back and the back of that left leg. Take your left hand over that leg. Don't pick up your torso at all. Grab the bottom of the foot, the inside of the leg or the ankle. Bend your left elbow to come down a little closer to your leg. Now, draw your belly button back behind you. Draw it back. More. Draw it back. Now reach forward with your right hand, lifting that arm. Back with the belly, forward with the fingertips. Turn your torso to the right. Right arm comes over your ear. Cartwheel up. Your torso is turned to the right. Right fingertips come to the ground behind you. Okay. Then take the palm to the ground, bend the right elbow, let the left arm come over. Now, for me, when I'm over about this far, I need to scooch my hand away from me to get more. Otherwise, my shoulder gets in the way. Plus, it gets locked up. So listen to that. Okay, now listen, we're going to do something else. Take the left hand to the top of that right thigh and twist a little here, just a little bit. Release that twist, bring the left arm over again. Those of you who want more, lift the hips off the ground and press the inside of the left foot into the ground. Reach out through the left fingertips, and I want you to feel that long line of your body between the outer edge of your left foot and your left fingertips, those of you who are lifted. Lift that leg off the ground. Now you're going to have to use your core here, so draw your navel back. And also, if you flex that foot, that's going to help energize the leg. If you want more, bend that knee, swing that arm behind you, grab a hold of the top of that ankle, and then press the ankle into the hand. Hand draws back and opens your left chest. Release that bent knee. Bring the hips down, those of you who lifted them. Lift the right arm. So now you're still turned to the right. Now come forward, bring your arms up. And one more time over that leg. And lift up. Okay, you've already got your right leg in a proper position for a different twist we're going to do. Keep that leg there. So in other words, the shin is facing forward. Now get that left leg behind you with the shin running sideways. Okay? Okay, now fingertips to the ground. Close your eyes. And I want you to feel how the left hip is hiked up a bit. And I want you to just go inside and soften that left hip space and let it drop a bit. Okay, going to do another twist. Left arm comes over, that hand takes the top of that thigh, that elbow, left elbow comes into your body, right hand behind you, and let's twist here. And bring it back to center. Straighten your left and your right legs, bring them in front of you. And just kind of bounce them around a little bit. Okay, flex both heels. Sit nice and straight, staff pose. Close your eyes. I want you to feel your sitting bones. Flex your heels so much that they lift up off the ground. Okay, now press the backs of your legs into the floor. It's all isometric here. Now soften the heels to the ground. Bring the hands forward onto the legs. And go sideways, it'll be easier to see. Now take your palms to your shins, okay? And then lift the heart. That's going to keep a nice straight back. Draw the navel back. Bend the elbows back. And just come forward just as much as you can with a straight back. Slow, slow, slow. Doesn't matter how far down you go. Nice lower back release here. Now draw your navel back. Take both arms, bring them forward like you're reaching out. And now lift up. Open the arms to the sides and right leg forward, left knee bent to the side. Check out that right leg. Is it coming out of your right hip? If not, readjust. Left knee, press it to the ground. Fingertips to the sides of the legs. Draw your navel back. Walk your hands forward, little bit at a time. Take your time. Keep pressing that left leg down toward the ground. Okay, straight back as long as possible. And then what do? You just melt over that leg, forehead, back curves, no problem. Breathing here. Stay down, don't pick yourself up at all. Just locate the right hand, swing it over the right leg. Grab the bottom of the foot, the ankle, or the inside of the leg, doesn't matter where you get it. Bend the elbow out to the side to come down a little deeper. Now, draw your navel back. More. Sometimes when you draw it back really hard or really, really deeply, you feel the lower back release. Okay, got it drawn back? Keep it drawn back. Lift the left arm, reach forward. Some more. Yeah, release that left waist. Turn your torso to the left. That arm is over your ear now. And cartwheel up, right arm forward, left arm back, left fingertips come to the ground, left elbow bends, that right arm comes over. And again, you may need to scooch that left hand back as you come back. Just listen to the shoulder. Now take the right hand to the top of the left thigh. Draw that elbow in toward the body and give yourself a little twist here. Take it easy. And release that. Bring that arm over your ear. Those of you who want to pick up the hips, do that now. If you've picked up your hips, press the inside of that right foot into the ground, squeeze the right butt cheek, and then lift that leg off the ground. Reach, 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 out through the right heel and the right fingertips. Level up, you can bend the knee, bring the arm back, find the front of the ankle, press it into that hand, and open your right chest, right shoulder. Release the bent leg if you have it. Release the hips to the ground if you've lifted. Bring that back arm up, right arm forward. Both arms lift up, pivot forward. All right, now bring the arms down. Left shin is where it needs to be. Right shin needs to come to the side. All right, fingertips to the ground. And awareness, right hip. It doesn't only have to be the right hip. It could be the right inner thigh. Whatever feels like it needs to soften here to release the right hip a little closer to the ground. Let it happen. Okay, now left arm comes across, takes a hold of the right leg, right fingertips come back. Oh, I'm wrong. Sorry, come out of that. I went in the wrong direction. Right arm comes across. That takes a hold of the leg. Left fingertips come back, and we're going to twist to the left. Deep belly breaths, push it through, push it through, push it through. You're twisted, so it's going to take a little work. See, it's easy to hold your breath when you're in twisted pose because you got to work to get that deep breathing. And bring it back to center. Open both legs in a nice V position. All right, flex both heels. And then walk your hands forward. And then just come forward and let your inner thighs open up. And then you can even, if you're on a carpet, you can slide your hands forward, dropping your head, breathing here. Deep inner thigh opening. Slide your hands back and bring it up. All right, let's swing the legs around and come into a tabletop pose. Fingertips are spread. That middle finger is making a T with the top of your mat. All right, now press into the outer edges of both palms. Press into the outer edges of both pinkies. And then every finger. Okay, so feel that in the arm muscles. Okay, draw your navel up, curl your toes, press your toe pads into the mat, just kind of massaging them, kneading them into your mat, opening the backs of your toes, and then press your hips back towards your heels. Drop your head, look back towards your toes, press your hips down towards your feet to open the toes some more. Drop your elbows straight down. Keep your belly low, don't pick it up. Just gently lift your head, only enough where you can catch a glimpse of the front of your mat. Now press deeply into the hands and into the arms. Fingertips are still spread. Okay, send your heart forward as you try to drag your hands back toward you, but they're not moving because they're stuck in your mat. Mid-back, mid-back. Glide forward with your heart. Come on up, keep the hips up, and cow pose. Press into the hands. Press the heart forward, lifting the hips. Feel them widen. Feel that nice stretch in the belly. Now round your back as you lift your navel and drop your head, curl your tail. And back into cow pose. And cat pose. And table pose. Take the tops of your feet into the ground again, into your mat. Lift your right arm nice and high. We're going to thread the needle. Take that hand behind the wrist, slide it through, palm is up, drop down onto the right wing bone. Rearrange that left hand if you need to, and just get used to being here. Left arm goes wherever you can get it out of the picture. Wherever you can get that left shoulder as comfy as possible, do it, and then take your awareness to the right shoulder. Drop weight into it. Take your left palm into the mat if it's not there. Lift yourself up and come back to table pose. Okay, nice alignment before we do the other side. Now swing that left arm up. Bring it behind the right wrist, slide it out with the palm up, drop down onto the left shoulder. Then you get that right arm away from you, put it wherever, and drop into the left. Right palm comes into the mat right at your face. Lift up and take it to table pose again. Okay, curl your toes. Walk your hands back towards your knees. Lift your knees. Open your feet, send them to the side or however you like to come into a squat pose. And then Namaste Mudra, pressing your elbows into the inner thighs. Okay, and once you get set up here, drop back with the hips a little bit. Drop back. Yeah, drop back. If you fall, you're not close. You're not far from the ground. Okay, now lift your pelvic floor between the pubic bone and the anus. Lift up there and come up. Open it to star pose. Bring the Namaste Mudra overhead again. Soften the pelvic floor and come down. Get those elbows inside the inner thighs and press them back. Now open the arms to the sides and press the fronts of your hands toward the back. Now turn the palms behind you, come forward with your body, bend the elbows, and if you want, you can give yourself a little bind, taking the tops of the hands to the backs of your heels or ankles, and then drop your head forward if you're bound. If you don't want to bind, just stay with your mudra in a squat position. Now, those of you who are in a bind, I want you to really drop the hips, really close to the ground. Feel that nice opening. Bring it back to Namaste Mudra. Lift the pelvic floor, hold that there. That's called a root lock in yoga. Lift up. Spread it open. Take your feet, turn them forward. Turn your palms behind you. Take your arms out into a T position. Bring the arms behind you here. Bend the elbows. Intertwine your fingers. Send your knuckles back as you straighten your arms. Lift them up a bit. Hinge from the hips and come forward. Now, if you have to bend your knees at some point, that's fine. So nice inversion with the arms up. Now listen up. This can be a wonderful passive shoulder release. So just feel how the shoulders are really kind of, You can feel them here, right? Because you've got those arm bones so rotated in them. But what if you really soften the shoulders, deliberately think about softening them, and then let the arms kind of come forward. Yeah, like forward toward the front of your mat, toward the front of you. So just let those arm bones rotate on their own, using the weight of the arms. Now bend the knees, send the knuckles back. Now bring the arms forward in chair pose. Sit a little deeper in your chair. Take your hands in Namaste Mudra. Take it to your heart. Turn to the right side. Lock your left elbow into the right side of your leg and twist some more. Those of you who like to spread your wings, open it up here, pressing that left arm into the leg to look for more twist. Those of you who want to bind, you can turn that top hand back, bring the arm behind you, bend the elbow, and get even more twist. Binders, release the bind. Everyone, bring it back to Namaste Mudra. Swivel back to center and lift. Swan dive forward, hinging from your hips, flying forward with your heart. Coming back down to earth, drop your head. Okay, let's get some traction for the neck here. Soften the skull, make it heavy, and feel how it just opens the neck. It just stretches not only the top of your spine neck, but the muscles, the soft tissue. Monkey pose as you press into the shin, lift your belly. Right palm underneath you or fingertips. Bend your right knee as much as you can. Feel the back of your left leg open up. Lift the left sitting bone, just think it. Then lift the left arm. Take the left hand where the right hand is. Bend the left knee as much as you can. Right leg stays straight. There's the sciatic nerve opening up for you. Right arm lifts. And bring it back to center. Sit in the chair. Swing the arms forward here. Hands in Namaste Mudra. Take it to the heart. Sit a little deeper. Turn it to the left this time. Lock that right elbow into the left thigh. Turn. Open your wings if you want to. Bind if you like that. Back to the mudra. Swing it forward, lift. Swan dive forward, come on down. All right, walk your hands toward the front of your mat, feet toward the back, and look for your down dog. All right, walk your feet back about one big step, each one. Glide forward until your shoulders are almost at your wrists, not quite. Okay, if you need to shimmy your toes back, go for it. Looking for a plank pose here. Lift your belly, press your heels back. Press into the hands deeply. Listen up. Scooch the left foot over a couple inches. Lift the right leg. Flex the right heel. Bend the right knee to the right elbow, and then to the left, and then to the right. Take it easy, slow. Left, windshield wipers, right. Send that leg back. Bring it down right next to the left foot. They're touching. Now lift the left leg up. Press into those hands. I know you feel your shoulders and your chest. Bend the knee to the left elbow, and then the right, and then the left, and then the left, the right, and then the left. Send back, bring it down. Now lift the hips, down dog. Oh, thought I'd throw in a little plank pose there. All right, so just soften into your dog. Breathing. Take your left foot just off center. Lift your right. Press forward with the hands to get the chest a little closer to that left thigh. Flex the right heel, lift it to the ceiling a little higher, and then a little higher. And then open the hips to the right. And then lift that right ankle closer to the ceiling. Side glutes here. Press more deeply into the left hand, like you're pushing the mat away from you. Now pulse that right ankle toward the ceiling. Lift it a little higher. Turn the hips toward the mat. Look forward and take the right foot forward between your hands. Knee is over your ankle. Shimmy the toes back. Squeeze the left butt cheek. Squeeze it some more. Some more. Squeeze it so much that that squeeze begins to move into the inner thigh. Now straighten the front leg as you walk your hands back. Bend your elbows back and drop your forehead toward your shin. Release the right knee, bring it forward until it's over the ankle. Take the left hand really close to the right foot. Squeeze the left butt cheek. Keep pressing back with that left. You're going to need a really strong back leg for this one, everyone. Reach forward with the right hand, that is. Lift it up to the ceiling. Draw your right hip in a bit. And then bring that arm back behind you. Bend the elbow and twist. Bring the arm forward and down. Whoops, almost fell. All right, drop the left knee, top of the left toes to the ground, and then move your hands back to lift your torso, and now press the torso forward, left hip flexor. Breathe into that. Okay, release forward, curl those toes, lift that back knee. Okay, turn the left foot out about 45 degrees and make sure that the right and the left foot are on separate tracks here for balance. And then come on up to warrior one. Reaching up here, take hands in Namaste Mudra to the heart. Okay, now lift your elbows and press your hands together really, really hard. Okay, rotate your fingertips toward your heart. Now push your inner wrists away from you, keeping those elbows nice and tall, nice and high. Press the hands together, keep pressing, fingertips up to the ceiling, and then forward. Oh, now you get a view of your inner wrists. Bring those wrists toward you. Elbows are going away from you. And just breathe into them. Nice release. All right, and then soften it up. Bring the arms up, warrior one again. Reach forward. Press into the outer edge of that back foot and into the sole of the right foot. Drop the right arm to the inside of the right leg. Press them into one another. Press some more until you feel the hip work. That right hip's going to ignite for you. Now lift the left arm and turn your torso to the left. All right, binders, this is your time to bind. So if you like to bind, put it in now. If you're a full deep binder and you've got both arms working, straighten that right leg, drop the head just for the heck of it. And then release that. Release the bind. Cartwheel up to warrior two. Right palm to the ceiling, left arm, lose it. Reverse warrior. All right, right rib cage, give it some breath. Just direct that breath to your right rib cage. Back to warrior two. Now turn your right foot so that it's facing the edge of your mat. Get your legs nice and lined up for a nice wide V standing pose. Feet are facing forward or toed in. Hinge from your hips. Come forward and then all the way down, invert. Another good release for the neck here. Got some traction going, weight of the skull. Making nice open spaces between those vertebrae. Take your hands to your shins. Straighten your arms. Open the hips behind you. Feel that opening in the backs of your legs. Nice, nice, nice. Take your hands underneath your face, palms down, of course. Walk it forward for a wide dog. Press back, head between the arms. Pressing that heart back there. Glide forward. Walk your hands back. And then turn that right foot so it's facing the front of your mat. Look at your left foot, come to the tippy toes and turn the toes forward and move into a right pigeon. So take the foot to the side of your mat, knee to the other side, level the hips and come down. If you're on your back, you have your right ankle at the top of your left thigh. That left leg is bent. Grab under the left thigh and draw it toward you. And slowly lift out of it. Curl those back toes, lift the knees, squeeze the butt cheek, come on up, send the right leg back, and come into down dog. All right, now come onto your tippy toes, lift your belly button, press your heart back towards your legs, okay? Soften the elbows just a little bit. Feel yourself pressing into both hands. Now bend your knees and just get them as close to the mat as you can. And now you can look forward toward the front of your mat. Press deeply into the hands, keep your belly lifted. And come back up again, down dog. Right leg comes in a bit, right foot rather. Okay, root it into your mat, lift the left leg. Turn your hips to the left. Lift that left ankle toward the ceiling a bit more, and then pulse it. Lift it again. Turn the hips so you're facing the mat. Look forward. Left foot comes forward between your hands. All right. Now shimmy those right toes back. Okay. Squeeze your right butt cheek. Squeeze the thigh muscles on the right leg around the thigh bone. And then straighten your front leg as you walk your hands back. Pyramid pose, drop that right heel. You get to open up the right calf muscle with that move. Bend your elbows back. Okay. And there's the hamstrings on the left side. Right calf muscles, left hamstrings. A beautiful pose. Bend the left knee forward, walk your hands forward. Take your right hand close to your left foot. Fire up that back leg by squeezing the butt cheek and pressing the heel back as much as you can. Now reach out with the left hand Now lift it up to the ceiling. And now think about just pulling that left hip towards center a bit. Now bring that arm back, bend the elbow, and you've got a big twist here. If that's too much for you, skip that part. Take the hand forward again. Okay, now send the right foot out about 45 degrees. Put your feet on different tracks. Get into a nice foundation for warrior and come on up. All right, now we're going to do something different because remember we did this namaste, moving chest and, working the chest and the shoulders. So bring the arms out about shoulder height. Turn the palms behind you. Send the chest forward. Bring the arms back here, palm to palm. Feel as if you have a big inflated ball, but it's really super inflated. And I want you to just start pressing it together. Keep the shoulders low, away from your ears. Squeeze that ball. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Feel that right between your shoulder blades? Squeeze. Keep going. And release. Arms come up. Reach forward. Use that back leg, the edge of that back foot. Reach forward some more. Drop the left arm inside the left leg. Reach out, right fingertips. Unlock your right waist. And then lift the arm up to the ceiling. Those of you who bind, this is where you put it in. And of course, those deep binders, you can straighten that front leg, drop your head if you want to. Release that. Release the bind, take the arm up to the ceiling. Cartwheel up to warrior two. Rotate the left palm up, lose that right arm, left arm comes over. And then breathe into the left rib cage. Warrior two again. Bring the arms up, warrior one. And we're going to come down and go pigeon on the left hip. So scooch the foot over, knee to the other side. That back leg, make sure it's shooting straight out, not to the side. Level the hips and come on down. You're on your back. Left ankle is at the top of the right thigh, and you're drawing that right thigh toward you. And coming up. Curling those back toes, lifting the knees, squeezing that right butt cheek, pressing into the hands, release the left foot back. And then walk it to the center of your mat. All right, sit in a little chair. Grab the backs of your ankles and drop your head. So just feel how nice and curved and open your spine is here, right from the neck to the tailbone. Swing your arms back, bring them forward and lift. And reach up with both arms. Left palm, turn it out. Bring that left arm down. We're going to get the neck yet again. Bend the elbow, take the side of the head, soften the shoulders, keep your heart lifted. Now, right ear toward the right shoulder. Release that. Both arms come up, palms facing each other. Rotate the right palm away from you. Bring it down. Left elbow bends, takes the side of the head. Drop your shoulders, lift your heart. Left ear, left shoulder. And there's the right side of your neck again. Release it back to center. Inhale up. Okay, we're going to waterfall. Ready? Remember, we're going to waterfall forward and then we're going to go to the side. So first down, waterfall, knees bent, push the butt back. Come up, inhale, to the side. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. You got it. One more. Stay down after this and bring it down. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So you could turn your head to side to side. You can grab your elbows if that feels good. Just a nice, easy inversion here. If you grabbed your elbows, release them. And we're going to slowly roll up. Palms face forward, equal weight, right and left legs. Lift your shoulders up toward your ears. Now press them back, as far back as you can get them. Now drop them down as low as they go. Now up again. And back. And down. Lift the arms up and overhead. Take a mudra, Namaste mudra. Bring it to your heart. Soften your elbows. Forehead comes to the fingertips. And release to the ground. Belly down. And palms stacked. Feet toed in. Crocodile pose. Release here. All right. You know what we're going to do? We're going to do Cobra here, and then we're going to get on our back and do some stuff. I was going to flip you and then flip you again. Let's kind of simplify things. So Cobra is not going to be at the very end this time. Palms into the mat, chest level, feet are toed in. Lift your pubic bone, round it up to the belly, drop it down again. And then here we go. Press into your hands as little as possible. Use those back muscles to lift. So up to a cobra or back bend, depending on what feels good tonight. And then when you come back down, take it slow. Take your hands off the mat if you can. Force those muscles in the back to work. Forehead, kiss it to your mat. Lift again. Keep those elbows drawn in toward you. And then if you want to do a twist at the top, looking over one shoulder, and then the other. And if you're a back bender, press into the tops of the feet. Maybe you can get your thighs off the ground. It's called a up dog. And then down, all the way down. All right, push it up. and take it to your back. Just because I want to stretch some stuff in the back body that we haven't done yet. Oh, wait, don't take it to your back yet. Sit. Let's get the core. Take your hands forward, palms up, heels are digging into your mat, toes are lifted. Okay, now when you're holding this tray, keep your elbows nice and relaxed. Lift your heart. Lift your heart. You can feel it. And then draw your belly back. Okay, that makes a good, nice, straight spine that's supported. Now, come about halfway back, halfway down, keeping your back straight. Keeping your back straight. Turn your palms toward one another and pretend there's a giant beach ball. So the elbows are bent to the sides. And just kind of go up and down, holding that beach ball. Now you're lifting from the chest. Okay, grab that beach ball, take it to the right, and pulse it to the right. Exhale. Take it back to center. Now to the left, pulse. Take it back to center, hold a tray. Come down a little more. Now come up. Now come down. Halfway and up. And down. Feel that in the abs and up. So listen, you're holding that tray lower than your shoulders because shoulders are relaxed. Elbows are bent. Shoulders are super relaxed. All right, now halfway, turn the palms down and pump it. Little Pilates kind of thing. Pump, pump, pump. All right, get that tray again. We're coming all the way down. All the way down. And then get the arms overhead. Give yourself a full body stretch. Take the right knee to the right chest. Intertwine your fingers over your shin and press that thigh into your body. Shoulders away from your ears, elbows drawn in. Breathe deeply here. Take your right arm out to the side, palm up in a T position. Left hand grabs the side of that bent leg, draws it across your body toward the left side of your mat. Another spinal twist. We've done a lot of them tonight. This one's a little different though, right? This one hits more of the low back. You feel that in the right hip, right glutes. Now soften both shoulders. Let that right elbow bend. And put some really nice deep breaths into this. Now take your awareness to one place in your body where you're feeling this. Doesn't matter where it is. Keep all your awareness there. Now, as you observe that place, breathe deeply. Draw your navel in, take your leg back to center, straighten that leg, bring the left knee up, grab a hold of the shin, draw it down, down, down. Draw your elbows in, chin to the chest, really press that leg down. This is a very active stretch. Active, I mean, we're using our muscles to make the stretch, right? Our arm muscles, some of our shoulder muscles here. Deep breaths, belly presses into that left thigh. Try not to space out. Try not to leave your body. I know it feels good and it's easy to go into la la land, but just try to stay inside, feeling this. Release the left arm, palm up. Right hand grabs the side of that leg, gently draws it toward the right side of your mat. Soften the shoulders, that left elbow. Now add some deep belly breaths. And again, if you want to play with awareness and breath, take your awareness to a place, keep it there, and watch what happens when you breathe, how that sensation there changes with your breath. And bringing the legs back to center. And both legs come up, knees to the chest. Give yourself a really big hug. All right, then release the legs a little bit so the lower back can make contact with the ground. So little side to side movements or circular motions. Give yourself a massage at your lower back. Reverse. All right, cross at your ankles, kick your feet up to the ceiling, and then down towards your mat again. All right, and come into child's pose here. Or not child's pose, excuse me. Come into tabletop pose. All right, curl your toes, lift your belly and round your tail, and then slowly press your hips back towards your heels. And then press down deeply so you can get your toes stretched. Now lift up into table pose again. Take your knees out to the sides of your mat, toes to the middle. Press your hips back. And then walk or slide your arms forward. Going to get a nice big stretch for the spine here. Now lift up, walk your hands in, take your knees in a bit, come back to table pose. Okay, toes are not curled this time. Tops of the toes are touching the mat. Lift your belly, round your tail, press back, child's pose. Settle into it. Make the arms nice and comfortable so the shoulders can relax. All right, few more breaths there. And then you can turn it over for Shavasana pose. All right, so just feeling your back body melting into the ground, melting down. Release your weight. And release anything that your mind is holding right now. Just put it to the side in a little basket. You can pick it up later. And just be with your breath. Notice it. Follow each inhale and every exhale. Take your awareness to your nostrils, to the tip of your nose, to your nostrils. Notice how cool the in-breath is at your nostrils and how warm the out-breath is at your nostrils. Just stay there. Bring yourself back there if you float away. The warmth of the exhales, the coolness of the inhales. Now, go a little deeper inside and notice how those cool in breaths run down the back of your throat and fill up your lungs. And how when the lungs release, that out breath is a warm breath that comes back out of your throat and out of your nostrils. So just follow that pattern. Follow that movement of the breath. And now notice the relaxation of your body, your entire body. Just notice that feeling of relaxation. And deepen that feeling. Now go back to the breath at the nostrils, the coolness of the inhale. And this time, instead of just filling your lungs, fill your entire torso, including the belly, with it. And then that out breath, warm, travels outward and then through the nostrils. Now, as that breath is leaving with every out breath, allow your body to become even more relaxed with that out breath. Mind wanders, that's all right, just bring it back. Now notice the feeling of your inner peace flowing now. Okay, let that fill you up. And now take your awareness to your heart center, just to your heart center. And feel the inhales and the exhales come from there, from the center of your chest. And with every out breath, with every exhale, allow the heart to soften more with each exhale. If there's anything gripping or tight in the heart center, just let it dissolve with your exhale. And now just be aware of your entire body breathing effortlessly. Don't control the breath. Okay, just let the breath come on its own. Let the universe feed you with prana. Just feel the miracle that you are. The unique and precious soul that is you. Feel gratitude. And if you'd like to put a prayer, a sankalpa, an intention into your Shavasana practice tonight, you can do that now. Next exhale, release it. All right, and then slowly making your transition. And gently rolling to one side. And then slowly bringing yourself to seated pose. And once you're in seated pose, just closing your eyes, drop inside again. And inhale up. Exhale down. Namaste. Thanks, everyone. Hope you enjoyed this week. Shelley, I hope it's warm there. It has been unseasonably warm here, hopefully out there too. Okay, everyone, have a wonderful evening and a great weekend. See you next week.